Hey friends, happy December. Laura and I decided that it was really important this month to focus on self-care because I don't know about you, but life continues at a normal pace in December. And then we try to add on all of these holiday memories to make the month meaningful and special. But we forget that in order to add something on, especially if we're trying to de-stress, that then we need to take something off first. And I don't know about you, but like life continues at a normal pace in December. And then we're adding all of these things on to make the month special. And instead we just make it stressful and overwhelming for everybody. So Laura and I decided that self-care needed to be a top priority this month so that we could all take a minute to just breathe and to make sure that we're pouring out from a full cup, not an empty cup, so that those extras don't feel like the things that tip us over. So you're gonna hear things this month like no is a complete sentence. You don't have to send out all the Christmas cards. You don't have to shop for absolutely everyone. It's okay to say, I'm not going to host all of the things this year. It's okay to say, I'm going to attend this holiday party, but I'm not going to attend these other 3. It's okay to take something off your plate. It's okay to say to your kids, like, maybe this month we're not going to participate in basketball or in all of the extracurriculars. And I know all of these things are easier said than done, right? So here's my challenge to you today. You're going to hear some things from Laura and I this month that feel like, wow, that resonates. Like, I need to implement that. And you're going to hear other things from Laura and I this month that are like, that wouldn't fill my cup. That would stress me out even more. Like, that's not something that I do to take care of me. So here's my challenge to you today. I think that as women, sometimes we lose sight of who we are because we're so busy caring for those around us. We're doing all the things, we're checking all the boxes that we forget, like, wait a minute, what is it that fills my cup? When I hit the end of December, what are the things that I'm gonna look back over my shoulder and go, that was meaningful? That made a difference. And what are the things that are going to be like, oh man, why do I always agree to all of these obligations that never leave me feeling filled up? So my challenge to you today, I know that it's pretty late in the day now. So for us West Coasters, it's 20 to 2, but for you East Coasters, I understand it's evening hours now. So if this needs to happen sometime this week, that's totally fine. But my challenge to you is to take a minute today or sometime this week and ask yourself, what is it that fills your cup? Remember when your kids were little, or maybe they are still little, or maybe they're going to be in this stage sometime soon. We're all in different stages right now, right? But when my girls were little, I used to do an advent calendar, and when they were really tiny, had just like little treats in there, right? And then when they got a little bit older, I turned it into a giving tree, and so it was things that we could do to bless somebody else. And then they kind of outgrew it. I actually am doing one again this year because I just kind of felt like it, and we found a really cute one at Michael's. But we used to do those advent trees, right? And my goal with that advent tree is that it would be filled with things that filled their cup. Even if it was just something tiny, like this year I have some giving things in there, but then I also have, like, they love mint chocolate, so I found those Andes mints. They love sixlets, so I got things like that. So the goal of that advent tree is to leave you feeling filled up, right? So maybe your goal for this holiday season for yourself is to make yourself, in essence, an advent tree or like a bingo board. And I want you to write down the things that are self-care for you. This is gonna sound silly, but like today I was feeling a little out of sorts. And typically what I do when I'm feeling like that and I'm in my own way, I either do a sweaty workout, like I jump on the bike for a burn-a-thon, or I cook. I can get out of my way when I cook. But Thursday was Thanksgiving, and if I'm being honest, I'm kind of cooked out. So I didn't want to do that today. And my legs are still sore, and I really didn't feel like a workout. So I organized a cupboard. And I know that that sounds silly and like not like something that would fill your cup, but it was something that I could check off my list. It's a cupboard that we go into every single day. And now, every time I open it, I'm like, oh, that feels so good. So self-care doesn't have to be like decadent, like a bubble bath and a glass of wine and, I don't know, painting your nails. It doesn't have to be that. it can be something that needs to be checked off your list that also fills your cup. So I want you to take a minute today and really figure out what those things are. Now, some of the things for this month are going to need to be decadent. Like maybe you need to schedule a massage because your muscles are super sore. Maybe you need to schedule pedicures with a friend because you need to connect with somebody that fills your cup because you're going to be pouring out a lot this month. But then maybe some of the other things are like, I need to take a minute to organize the garage because the garage is a disaster. And when I pull my car into the garage, because it's freezing cold outside now, so I need to park in the garage. When I pull my car into the garage, I want to be able to exhale when I get home instead of being like, oh my gosh, the garage is a disaster. And that being the first thing that greets you when you get home. So think about some things that really could fill your cup. Like maybe it's going grocery shopping and having a fridge stocked with all of the things that are going to fuel your body well. Maybe it's taking the time to plan out all of your workouts. Maybe it's taking the time to schedule a few walks with friends. Maybe it's taking the time to clean out those extra cabinets that are going to get filled with things after the holidays. So whatever it is, I want you to take some time today and have permission to figure out who you are and to figure out what fills your cup. Because Laura and I are here to remind you this month, you are worth the time, you're worth the energy, and you're worth the investment. Last little thought, I changed up my vitamins this month. And the reason that I changed up my vitamins is because I was feeling tired. And I was feeling like what I was fueling my body with when it came to my supplements weren't filling my cup the way that they needed to because my energy levels were low. So maybe it's just something as simple as that. Like maybe you're just needing to change your routine with what you're putting into your body. Whatever it is, you have permission this month to fill your cup because you matter. And the way that you approach life matters. And the memories that you're going to make this month matter. And you're going to pour out a lot. So we're here to remind you in this group this month that you are worth investing in. You are worth taking care of. So our morning posts, I don't want you to go over them and be like, ugh, I'm not going to do that. I don't need to take care of me. You do. You matter. So let's take some time and hold each other accountable this month to taking care of ourselves so that in the busyness of this holiday season, we're really taking time to enjoy and to feel filled up so that when we pour out, we can do so graciously because we've taken the time to pour in.